So last week, the Packers decided to trade away Preston Smith right before the trade deadline. It came out later that Preston Smith himself asked to be traded in the past couple weeks before he actually got moved by the Packers. In the end, I think the Packers were fine to make this kind of trade. He hadn't really been playing that well. He wanted to go to a new system, and it does clear up his salary. Takes a lot of money off the books in future years on the cap, so that should help the Packers in the long run, trading away an older player. But I want to take a look at what Rashan Gary had to say yesterday. This is posted on the Packers YouTube channel. Rashan Gary gives some thoughts about his time with Preston Smith. So here we go.
So what did he mean to you back, speaking of 2019, back when you're a rookie? Then I want to follow up on what you mean now. But what did Preston mean to you back then and kind of your growth of who you become?
Yeah, man. Preston know what he means to me. Coming in, watching him, like I remember I told him coming in, like I used to watch your highlights, me preparing for my high school game. I remember watching that 91 rush from Mississippi State. And coming in here, man, and him, being a big brother, basically open book, man. I'm telling you, there's been times I was calling him 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. He got a wife and kids, but he answering the phone call to me because I'm up on the iPad just trying to get this, understand the set more, understanding what type of move I could see, just, being that big brother for me. Even throughout the season, man, things don't go your way, man. You got to keep even kill. He always says it's not as bad as it look, and it's not as good as you think. So just going back to the tape, watching that mindset, having a guy that was able to pour into me, give me things that I could give to J.J. Lucas, whoever comes in, it's great. But I can keep on going on and on and on and on and on about P and what he meant to me. But, he was a great part of my development.
So does that have to be you? I mean, you've kind of already taken some of that role, haven't you, though, of being that mentor to the Mosbys and the Lucases of the world?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So just me being me.
Okay, so what's your...
All right, so that's pretty much what Rashan said about Preston Smith. And I do wonder, how players feel when a guy gets traded. It's probably sad when you've been with a player for a good amount of time and you've built that, that friendship. And I do wonder, you wonder because Preston Smith did say when he got to Pittsburgh that he requested to be traded. I wonder if any other Packers players knew that he wanted to no longer be in Green Bay. It seemed like he didn't like the system and the way that, Jeff Haflett bringing in the moving from the 3-4 to the 4-3 just sounds like Preston Smith felt like he was better suited for the previous defensive scheme, and so he wanted to go somewhere where they were sort of utilizing that. His production had gone down in a somewhat sizable way, and we'll see if he can improve during his time in Pittsburgh. But the Packers in their defensive line room, right now, it is going to come down to Aaron Mosby stepping up, Lucas Van Ness hopefully taking that next leap as a first rounder. I think so far he hasn't necessarily lived up to that. It is still early. It's year 2. Sometimes guys take till year 3, year 4 till they really come through. But I read in the pass video, if you look at the Packers pass rushers right now, they're 24th in the NFL in pressure rate at 32.2% per NFL Pro. Rashan Gary per PFF is 95th in pass rush win percentage. Enagbare is 128th. Lucas Van Ness is 132nd. So it definitely has not been a strength of the Packers defense, and it would be one thing if Preston Smith had been playing at a very high level. I think that the Packers would not have moved him, but because he wanted to be traded and because he had not really been playing great and he's, getting up there in age, about 32 years old, it did make a lot of sense for him to, leave the Packers. So it's always unfortunate to see someone go, and I would assume if you're, Rashan Gary, it's tough to no longer have that guy that you sort of looked up to in that room, but as they're talking about, Rashan Gary now is the that veteran in that room. So hopefully they can sort of take some big strides later this season. If you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time.